Whereas for men, when they write about women, that tells you so much about how they perceive us.
Yeah.
Whereas we give them feelings and heart and good looks.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into PeepingMoon.com, and today, unfortunately, I haven't got any shots with me because I think I'm going to get anyhow high. We have 4 gorgeous women with us, right from Bani, Maanvi, Sayani, and Kirti. So, I think I've already mispronounced her name. So I'm going to Sayani.
How many years has it been, Ankita?
I think every time she teaches me, and I just pick up a little more. So, I should say 3 years of series. 3 seasons, it's very rare. Normally people make you wait like for eons and ages, and you people are like, just get done with it. What's the superhero power you guys are operating with and bringing us all the seasons back to back with full glory?
No, but season 3 is coming after so long.
Two and a half
Still, I
years,
would say
right?
like
She's saying the fact that people are still so excited and not letting
like from
go.
2019 to 22, you guys are not breaking the chain.
20
We do it every once year. We have a show season every year, but abhi pehli baar 2 saal ho gaye.
Our streak
So
broke.
it's still been a little break. But
Yeah.
we are so glad that people haven't given up on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, minusing the pandemic, sorry. I'm not considering that. either.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
not happening.
But
In
it's
our
quite
world, it
that
happened.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, and
But
it
it's
happened
quite
for a long time.
something. The excitement of the fan base and people is just relentless, which we are so grateful for, really.
Yeah.
Like,
What
so
is the
grateful.
superpower of our show?
Our fans
I
are
think,
yours.
just
Yeah.
the fact that
Fans of you.
we're talking about women for a change. We are talking about women who at least want to, have control of themselves, their lives, who want to stand up for themselves and for other women.
Women
And
you
the
can
fact
relate
that,
to.
and the fact that we are all flawed, and the fact that we are all gorgeous in our own ways, that our hair, makeup, and styling is so aspirational, even for us.
For us also, yeah.
I think all of this put together, yeah, it's just, and yet we are talking about a lot of problems which are personal to every woman, and which are universal in nature. So, lot of superpowers in one, yeah.
I'm taking an answer from everyone for this one.
Oh, really? I thought I was
Vote for everybody.
That's why. Oh.
No, because I think everyone has
पहले
their
बोल
kind
देती
of
यार मैं दो चीज
superpower.
बोलती है दो
Yeah.
चीज बोलती
The superpower is one, to have a good team and consistent team. And I think a lot of the Shrey goes to our showrunner,
जो
Ankita.
इंग्लिश में तुमने श्रेय use किया, it sounded like some hi-fi English word only. का श्रेय.
Rongita, who's the showrunner, producer, and Ishita, I think they are the 2 people who hold it and don't let it go. The reins are in their hand and they do it so well over the years consistently. The writers, Devika and Ishita Moitro, and the directors who come in, the team we have, and obviously us, and also the boys who are in the show. Please, I mean, I think they're gorgeous boys, gorgeous men as human beings, and amazing characters. Like sometimes, I remember in scenes I would look at Jay. And I'm like, yaar, ऐसे क्यों नहीं बनाते हमारे लिए real life में? मतलब such amazing characters, and I think the writers have also written, because we've all aspired to date or be with men who are like this, who are so wholesome and understanding and considerate
And
and
not
funny
irrelevant,
and good looking and just lovely. So I think there are lots of superpowers. So
Just that one line that they're not available.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll just take these 2. Tell me something. I will not disturb the other 2 for the superpower answer.
Why do you think what else we hear for?
Fine, because you said.
It's okay.
No, do you want me to?
So now
No,
I'm
no, it's
upset.
fine. Now we move
That's
on.
it. I'm going to make up to her. I think you must have been asked this question 1,000 times. Girls, friendships, how it goes and stuff. But how is it that when women who are in charge of writing characters for women, portraying them on screen and giving them a new lease of life, and also giving the same character sketch to men, do you think they're able to strike a better balance in that front? Because all of
Women
you
writing,
showrunners,
you're
women writing, and the women showrunners you have, I will ask on the behalf of men, do you think they have been shaped a little too unrealistically or realistically for FOMO shots?
Idealistically, I feel. I feel like quite idealistically they win.
Yeah.
I feel like that, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that because, from a female perspective, to write about a male character, we would write it very romantically and a little bit of realism in that, but mostly just how we'd like to be treated. Whereas for men, when they write about women, that tells you so much about how they perceive us.
Yeah.
Whereas we give them feelings and heart and good looks and a brain, you know?
Intelligence, yeah.
And IQ. So it's just a little food for thought. Really.
Looking back at time when FOMO shots came out, what did you feel was the biggest risk? Because since then to now, it has seen success, but how big it was a risk?
Actually, we didn't. I mean, while doing it, for me personally, it was the intimate scenes which were a little risky. But again, I thought it needed to be done, and that was like I was okay okay with it eventually. But after it released and we saw the response, then I realized that the risk was actually showing four independent women with an agency of their own lives, and that became that a lot of people found dangerous or threatening,
Yeah.
and that just made all the more reason for us to keep making subsequent seasons, because that just showed that we need to make this show, you know, and this is why we need to make this show, that just women living their lives, and a lot of women also at that time, which I was very surprised by, honestly. I was a lot of women, but you realize now that they're also products of conditioning, and they're also coming from certain places in their lives. Initially, we also season 1, there was a lot of there were a lot of women who liked the show but would be scared to kind of admit it publicly, or you know, wouldn't, like, they'd shy away from it. And season 2, that changed completely. Like, they were unabashed about it. They're like, you know what, screw it, we love the show, like, we don't care what you have to say, you know, to people who did criticize it or anything. So yeah, I think that's one arc that we've covered. And hopefully it'll only get, like, you know, go upwards in season 3 as well.
We see it in our industry, it becomes more of a norm or a trend when you do a show which ends up becoming successful or gets a certain kind of, maybe I would say a cult status, where you have your characters, they are defined. Does the roles which come to you forward, that do they become repetitive? Does it become difficult to say no, that hey, I'm already in charge of one particular awesome part and I would not like to repeat the same kind of narration or narrative or the same character again? Has it happened to any one of you?
It tends to happen, but I think it's different for different people, and how, you know, that's why we have all had different career paths. But of course that happens because people lack imagination. What is really pissing off is when people come and say, we want you because bold scenes hai. And first of all, I think we've all come, I mean, we hate the word bold. And people should stop using the word in this context, because it actually means something else completely. So yeah, that is a little bit, you know, it's very annoying to say the least. But apart from that, I don't think personally similar parts have come. You know, sometimes people just think we are ready to strip, you know, only because we've done a show like FOMO Shots, but they've missed the whole point of the show. Point of the
I
show.
was like, there's no stripping in this show.
Yeah, exactly, right?
What are you talking about? What show are you? What show are you watching?
Yeah. Anyway.
Does the success of this particular show, considering we are in our 3rd season and I hope there are more to come, has ended up people treating you differently from what it started to what it's now? Because I have seen instances and I have seen people recognizing names respectfully. That is at least I would say. Like, people, arey, wo actress, they have a name. Come on. So has it happened to anyone out here?
No, absolutely. I think it's
for
happened
sure.
to all of us. The fact where we were in terms of our professional life when we started with season 1 versus where we are today. It's very clear in terms of, and personally for me, I would give a lot of credit to FOMO Shots for that. So yeah, I mean, it's clearly a consequence of how well and how much the show has been appreciated and become successful, that today our names matter. Today, we as actors matter. So yeah.
And other projects, like we were talking about, other smaller projects that we do, or other independent films, they get a larger audience base, and not just in the country, but we meet fans and people who follow the show and are really excited if they come to see us, or we get recognized in like all kinds of like completely unusual places, so that's just incredible. Like in Ladakh right now, I almost got mobbed and it was just random people coming in. So, and it's a lot of love, and we all feel it individually.
The show, one thing which I love apart from anything else is the hilarious gems you guys come back with whatever the situations are. There are like
The
some one-liners, like gems, I would call them. Has it like happened that when you were doing it, you were like, it's not sounding right. I really need to fix this up, and I could do better because if the real me ends up saying this to this certain character, we would change it. Has anyone of you done that?
Yeah. We either say it in the way it sounds right from a character's point of view, or we change the line to make it sound better. The idea is that it works better, and sometimes what's written is not. We can do it better, whether in terms of writing or speaking it a certain way. So we do that.
There is a bit of a language difference. Like how I speak is very different from how Kirti speaks, how Damini or character Sayani or Maanvi speaks, right? So and then add to that our characters. So then there are a few lines where we're like, I think Umang would say it like this, or maybe Anjana would say this instead of this, and then there have been times when we passed on lines to each other also. Like, I think this sounds more like her.
Yeah, exactly. We do that.
And then
this is more her. Why would I say this?
Yeah,
she should
like
say
she's
this.
not so blunt. So then the characters go through this, and then the director's sitting there going, okay, all right, let's give that a go, and then we get to try it that way, and then if it works, which is great.
Have you guys been able to leave Damini, Siddhi, Anjana, and Umang back at home? Or have you taken something of them with you with every season? Have you carried forward? Or every time when a season switches off, you leave them there and you pick them there from again?
I leave them after every cut.
Yeah.
I leave Anjana or any of
She
my
means not just Anjana, she means us as our characters and individuals also. She's like, cut, okay, I don't know this video.
I just switch on and switch off. That's my way of doing it. And
That's her
but
superpower.
Yes,
there
that
is
is
another
her
way
superpower.
of what you said. There's another part to the question, which is like, do you take something back? Have you taken something back
Yes.
as Anjana, like as Kirti from Anjana, through the show, through the series? Yes, of course. I mean, acting is a very intimate process, and you are you are interacting so much with your character, and then of course the rest of the girls and everything that's happening. कि आप सोचते हैं, you go back home and it makes you think, and that's the point, right? That's the point. Otherwise, that's what I'm saying. If it was just if the show didn't make people think, if it didn't make the women think about themselves, their lives, their choices, then it wouldn't have worked. आप कितना glamour देख लेंगे, आप कितना stylized चीजें देख लेंगे, it needs to have something which connects with you. And so as actors, we first, it's been a journey for us on screen and off screen, and plus combined with what's happening in our individual lives. So there's always like it's a, again, if you can ask कि तो क्या सीखा है, but I'm saying the process is so surreal, the process is so subtle कि it becomes a part of you. Matlab, it's not even like on the surface you can see it, but you know that you have changed from the person I was 4 years back to who I am today. There's a huge difference. And FOMO Shots has been a big part of it, because it's been such a big part of my career. It's been such a big part of my life. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take so much.
Have any one of you wanted to unlearn and fix something in your characters at a certain given point? Maybe because maybe as a Maanvi or as a Bani or as a Sayani, you are this way, and your character is doing this on screen. But this urge in you, we have this, I think this maybe is instinctive urge, oh, I would like to fix this. I wish I could fix
परेशान हो
this.
गई हूँ, उसको दामिनी को पता ही नहीं होता है कि लड़कों के साथ करना क्या है. परेशान हो गई हूँ.
knows what to do with
Yeah.
No, I mean,
It's who to do it with and when to do it.
how much?
and how much to do it.
Guys, Can I say what I feel about my character?
Yeah, of course you can.
But bhai, I don't know why Jay keeps taking the shit Damini gives him.
Jay
I mean,
deserves better.
I feel bad for him.
Now we are taking it personally.
Yes.
Girls are taking it personally now. छोड़ दे यार इसे.
Yeah. Jay, bro.
First day.
Baj de isko.
Have you ever wanted to fix anything in yours?
Who are you pointing at? Me?
I feel like she's very juvenile, like immature at times, Siddhi. Which I mean, but I mean, so it's cute when it's something nice. It's annoying when it's something bad, right? So I just feel that also in general, like she is growing older with every season, and it needs to show in her behavior.
She also needs to grow wiser.
It needs to show in her behavior and actions and her relationships, which it does. Like I feel somewhere, but I needed to show more. That's my only thing.
Bani, yours before I move to my last quick segment.
What was
Is
this
there
question?
anything you think that your character you would have like fixed, considered, put in place?
No, I think she's.
Pretty perfect.
No, I don't think she's perfect, but I mean, she has a lot to deal with. Like, she has a lot to deal with what's going on with her personal life, with her parents and family and stuff like that. People she's left behind, people she's moved to Mumbai for, and obviously has made these friendships and what's happening with them and the new people that she meets. And I think she's just trying to keep her head above water really half the time. And I feel like at moments she is drowning, and but she tries to stay afloat. So I really give her a lot of kudos and credit to keep her head above water, because it is hard, man. It is really hard. So yeah, and she does have her moments. She struggles a lot, but she's trying to see it through. And yeah,
It's lovely.
she's on a journey.
I actually
She's
think,
doing it.
my a thing that I would want Umang to work on would be that
This is
like there's a like she seems very strong, right? Like this, she's got this kick-ass body and she's got these tattoos and she won't take shit from anybody and all of that. But she also gets pushed around a lot, especially when in her relationships, not just romantic, even with, like friendships.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
she
By her
gets-
close friends.
yeah, and she's not
Name starting with S.
yeah, like she gets not bullied, but it's a little bit of like
It's a bit of a power struggle,
thing.
yeah, for sure. And then she has to assert herself.
And it's not like she doesn't feel it. She
Yeah.
feels it, but she'll go back home and be like, "What the fuck? I wish I had said this. I wish I
Process
had done
करके
that."
फिर
Yeah.
बोलती है.
It's like those imaginary arguments we have in our head, which we always win, but when it actual real arguments we
You're
don't.
short of
yeah,
words.
yeah. So it's that I wish that.
But I feel like that's her journey.
that's who she is.
which
yeah.
is she's.
Cliffhangers are a little too much to handle.
We'll do our best.
Yes, we will
Thank
try.
you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.